Let's start with midseason All-Americans, number one. And Tyler, kick us off with one guy that's on your midseason All-American team and why.
Well, this guy is going to be on everyone's All-American team. It's Zach Edey. And the way he's turned around and played this year has been unbelievable. He's dominating everybody. He's totally changed his body. And I mean, the whole offense revolves around him. And, Purdue's been very consistent, 20-1, I think. But Zach Edey for sure.
That's a no-brainer. We agree with that, Tio? No-brainer.
Yeah, no-brainer. Player of the year, no-brainer. And it's crazy as it sounds. He just keeps getting better,
he's passing out of double teams better now. He's moving better defensively. He's honestly, I don't know who else I can compare to him in college basketball. Can you guys think of anybody who's been that physically dominant since Shaq? I don't know who it is.
The last big guy that I saw was that big. Tyler Hansbrough dunked on him.
Kenny George.
It's the last one I saw.
Yes.
Yeah, but Edey is. He could be the most improved player as well in college.
That's right.
Coming off of what I saw him playing the tournament last year, the way he is around the rim has been unbelievable. He actually has soft hands for his size. He is not a
why, Tyler?
Why?
Because he grew up playing baseball and he played first base.
Yeah,
I saw first baseman. Think about it, right? A first baseman, you better have soft hands. You better be. You're more agile. You're going down, and you're scooping balls. You're laying out for balls. That's him. That's honestly why he doesn't look nearly as plodding as a lot of 7'4" guys would look.
Yeah, he's been dominant. He also makes some highlight plays this year, which I don't think he was capable of last year. He's worked on his body as well. Very impressive to watch.
Theo, go ahead. Who do you got next?
Brandon Miller. I have Brandon Miller second on my list. He is just immensely talented and somebody who's just continued to improve his NBA stock for next year. They had a slip up against Oklahoma, but man, it just woke them up. And now this Alabama team once again is rolling, and he's the best player on arguably the second best team in the country. And his scoring outbursts have been awesome to watch. He's as smooth a player as we've seen in some time at the college level.
Tyler?
The eye test says Alabama's the best team, athletic, big. I have Brandon Miller on my list, and I tried to find a reason not to put him on there. For some odd reason, I just didn't want to do it. But you can't leave him off. Alabama has to have somebody on there. I think Brandon Miller's that guy. I think he's a go-to player. I think he can get you a bucket.
And you got to reward winning, like you said. You reward 100%. Purdue and Alabama, right? Those have been the two best teams. To me, if it's close, you got to put one of those guys on. Brandon Miller, the only freshman we're probably going to have on this list as well. All right, I'm going to go next. I'm going to go Jalen Wilson at Kansas. I don't know how you have to have him on there. He's a guy, he is a walking bucket right now. He has been carrying Kansas for weeks. You give him the ball, he could score from all three levels. He rebounds. He can facilitate a little bit too. But, again, the primary reason why Kansas has not taken a major step back is because of Jalen Wilson. Any arguments there, boys?
None for me. He's been impressive. Kansas, at one point, I thought was playing the best team in the country. I felt like they were the best team in the country. Jalen Wilson got to be on there.
It's been awesome to see him improve his perimeter shot too. For him to really shoot the ball from the perimeter, be a go-to guy. And the good thing for him this year is that without Kansas playing with a true five, it allows him to use his athleticism even more whenever he's attacking the rim. He's been impressive all year. I think these last two are going to differ a little bit. I feel like everybody, those top three, everybody's going to be pretty consensus on. Yep. I'm interested to see what you guys got.
All right. Go ahead, Tyler.
Marcus Noel. I put him on there. He's one of my favorite players to watch in the country. New York City guy. Competes. He has Kansas State. He is their leader. I love the way he's been going, so I put him on there.
I like it. I like that. I really like it. I agree. And you could easily put him on there. I did not put him on there. He would be on my second team. but man, he is tough. Look at what he's done. He and Keontae Johnson have done at Kansas State. I have no issue with you putting him on the first team. Tio, what do you got?
I did not have him, but Mark, he has been awesome and arguably the turnaround story of the season at Kansas State. He's been awesome. I didn't go there. I went another point guard. I went with we talked to McDermott about him, Tyler Kolek. I have him first team All-American. You know why? Because everything revolves around Kolek in that offense. And he was more of a, pass first guy last year. He's improved his shooting. He's the key, the injury or whatever it is to that offense, to the number one offense in college basketball, according to Ken Palm's metrics. He's having a special season. Marquette's having a special season, and he's the reason. I mean, he has been lights out all year long.
So I'm putting Brandon Miller at the 2, by the way, just in case we're wondering. I'm going to put him at the 2, and I'm putting Jalen Wilson at the 3, even though he's really a 4. But I got to get Trace Jackson-Davis on the team. The way he's played over the last month, he's been honestly a beast. Every game it feels like he's going for 20 and 20, and he's carrying that Indiana team, and they've been winning. So to me, and honestly, I wanted to see that kind of killer out of Trace for a while, and he's shown it to me. So I'm going Trace Jackson-Davis on there for my 4th. I know I need a guard for my 5th because I don't have a guard right now, like a true guard. So I'm gonna pick up a 5th guy here, but I'm gonna let you guys go first. Tyler, round out your team.
Well, I'm gonna round it out with Drew Timme, and from Gonzaga, I think he's played well. He's been very consistent. I think sometimes we get lost in that, and it gets a little boring when you see it for 4 years. But I think he's doing a good job.
Who does that sound like? Been
in college longer than me.
Did anybody say that about you, that it got a little boring watching you for 4 years?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. But no, I got him to round out my list, and it was between him and Trace, to be honest. And I went with Drew.
No, I got no problem with that one.
Yeah, no, of course not. Yeah, what he's done over the course of the last, 2-3 weeks has been awesome. He is so dominant. It's unbelievable. I went a little off the radar here, and it's a different one, but Jalen Pickett at Penn State.
Me too. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Man,
Yes.
17 and a half, 7.8 boards, 7 assists on a team that plays different than their entire conference. He is the ultimate playmaker, an excellent passer, and he's a Swiss Army knife. He can guard so many positions. He's so strong. Jalen Pickett has Penn State at 14-8 and has highlighted this turnaround for Shrewsbury. He has been really good.
And he's a man. You can post him. He's not a great shooter, but he can make some shots. And like you said, he rebounds his position. Big, strong, tough, experienced. Really good to see him do what he's done and get the recognition. And he's put Penn State in a position where now they could be an NCAA tournament team. So there you go. Edey for sure, Jalen Wilson for sure, Brandon Miller for sure. And then we got some other dudes on there that we had a little differing opinions. But again, all players who have had really, really good years.